Hi guys, good morning and welcome to the storm on Our Wyoming Life. Alright, it's not as much of a storm as I hoped it would be, but there's still time. Welcome to the 30 and 30 vlogs in 30 days. My name is Mike, and we've been preparing for a spring snowstorm. Weather Service said that we could get anywhere from 6 to 9 inches. Some of them actually said 11 inches. So far, not as much. We maybe gotten a couple inches of snow, but that didn't stop things from getting interesting last night, as we had 2 calves born, one to number 8, and that one was born a little bit before the storm actually started. Number 8 was the one that we talked about in yesterday's video that I said I can't wait until she has her calf, but I really don't like it when she has her calf. She was a little bit of a bear when it came time to tag that calf. She actually tried to take the door off of the gator. We also had a calf born to number 192. That's calf number 11, another heifer. So as we take a look at our numbers on our handy dandy calf inventory, we now have 11 calves in the ground. Average age is 4 days, 4 bulls, 7 heifers. So we're looking good. I actually went ahead and labeled number 6 also as bottle calf so that we don't drive around looking for her out in the pasture. This morning we're going to go out and take a look at calves. We're going to feed the calves, and today's episode is pretty much going to be all about managing this storm. Today's episode brought to you by MetaHeat Calf Hutch Heaters, the only way to keep calves warm. No matter what brand hutch you have, chances are it's a MetaHeat inside it, and these things are amazing and has helped us save plenty of calves. Hopefully we don't have to use it today, but I've got it here in the shop ready to go just in case. Last night's calf checks went off without a hitch, really. We had one issue where one mom of a new calf, actually number 11, 192 is the mom, was a little bit away from it. I didn't like that very much, so I did manage to get those two put together. As of right now, everybody is pretty much in the barn. We do have one cow and her calf that are hanging out down in our windbreak here. We want to make sure that they're okay. Everybody's closed into our triangle pasture, which is about 13 acres, and during winter storms and stuff like that, we want to be able to make sure that they stay close. However, once the weather gets nice, they can go out and have their calves wherever they want and do it naturally, and we think that's probably the better way to do it rather than having them have their calves in a lot type situation. So over here in the windbreak is one of our brand new calves from last night. That's number 8. Hopefully she's in a better mood this morning. And her new calf, number 10. We're gonna actually bring them some food this morning, and that's the other part of our steps as we move through this. We're just checking cows now, checking their calves, but we really do want to make sure that we get them some food this morning as well. So we're gonna make sure we bring her some, and to the other cows down here that are a lot smarter and hiding out in the barn. So it's not unusual for a cow to have a calf and then want to keep herself separate, at least for a day or so. Some cows, they don't have that problem. They'll be right back in the herd. But we do notice that there are certain cows that will want to keep their calves separate, like number 130 from earlier on in the season. She definitely wanted to keep her calf separate. Now she doesn't seem to have much of a problem getting it in here into the herd. We're calling up here to the barn. Everybody seems to be hiding inside, so that's good. There's number 4. Number 3. Everybody's staying inside. Staying out of the wind seems to be the main thing that they're worried about. Obviously, cows are very well insulated, so So it's not too bad of a deal for them to be out in the cold, but I think that wind does get to them pretty quick. So being able to stay in out of the wind makes a big difference. I'm not going to drive into the cow barn, and the reason is because once I do, all those cows and calves are going to start coming out and they're going to start milling around, and they're going to do that anyway when I come out and feed. So the main point of being able to get out here and check this morning is to make sure that there's not any cows that have separated themselves off, that have decided to wander off and have a calf this morning. And that's our big thing today. Any calves that are born in this weather, it's going to be wet, it's cold, that calf is going to need a little bit extra help. So I'm going to look behind the barn just to make sure nobody's hiding out back here. All right, so we're going to head back to the shop. We're going to grab the tractor and grab some food and get out here and get them fed. According to the National Weather Service, a majority of this storm has actually decided to stay north of us. Friends of ours up at Minot are getting up to 30 inches of snow today. So what that means for us is what we get probably won't help us out much, aside from getting a little bit of moisture into the soil. It's not going to fill up reservoirs like we were hoping it would, but we will take what we can get. Beggars can't be choosers, right? The nice thing is the snow is pretty wet. It's got a high moisture content to it, and that'll help out. I've said it before, but cows create heat through digestion. That's why we make sure we feed them a little bit extra on days like this. Temperatures really aren't gonna go up over the next few days. Lows tonight should be down into the single digits, and then I think our high temperature for one day is like 3 degrees. It's ridiculous. So winter obviously not over here in northeast Wyoming. It was just on a little bit of a break. First thing we're going to do is swing up here by the cow barn, and I'm really going to feed these cows about as close as I can get to the entrance of the barn. That keeps the calves from having to come out. Cows I don't care about, but they're cows I do, that's for sure. At least when it comes to the cold weather, the cows are okay. Calves just don't know better. So I want to make sure that I keep these guys as close as I possibly can. And there's our latest calf, number 11, hanging out back there on the straw in the corner of the barn. That should keep a majority of these cows pretty dang happy for most of the day. There's going to be a couple that are going to decide to go have a calf today, probably. And we'll have to deal with that as it comes. We are set up on a schedule of about 2-hour checks for the cows. So as things happen, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But for now, they're going to sit back and enjoy their breakfast. We'll probably feed them again a little bit later on in the day, just to make sure we keep their body temps up and their digestive systems working. We've got a little bit left back here on the Hustler feeder, and that we're taking out to the windbreak to number 8, and her calf, number 10. One nice thing about weather like this is if a cow does go out and visibility is at least a half a mile or a quarter of a mile even, we'll be able to see her. And just from our house. The triangle pasture is located on the webcam. You can see it on our website, ourwyominglife.com. It's just right behind to the south of our house, so very easy to keep an eye on what's going on and who's doing what, which is really nice. All right, mamas, where are you at? Hey, there you are. You want something here? I'm gonna try to kind of get in here and make her a little bit happy. That's not really what I meant to do. But that's okay. We just kind of kicked the whole bale out on top of her, but that's okay. Gives her a little bit more of a windbreak, I guess. And lots to eat, so it'll work. All right. That's it for this morning. Everybody looks happy and healthy. Calves are all up and moving. 11 calves so far on the ranch, along with our 2 nighttime newbies that showed up. And as long as this weather keeps up, the cold temperatures stay, we are going to continue probably with at least 2 to 4 hour checks on the ranch. We'll see how everybody's feeling and whatnot. But the nice thing is between Jeff, Matt, and I, we can kind of rotate those checks around. Everybody makes sure we all get rest. Everybody stays healthy. That's a big thing too. If we're not healthy, the calves aren't healthy. If we're not able to take care of them, we're up a creek without a paddle. So, although I do imagine I have quite the backup crew if I had to make some phone calls and said, hey guys, anybody want to come watch cows? I'm sure I'd have people lined up probably all the way to the gate. But for right now, this is the situation we're in. So I want to make sure everybody stays healthy. We're going to rotate around and make sure that everybody has a chance to rest and everything else. So we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back out, and we'll see how the storm's doing. We'll see how the calves doing. And hopefully, if we have some new ones, we can scoop them up, get them healthy, and get them back out to mom. That's the plan. Alrighty guys, we're heading out here for another check. Weather's not getting any better. Visibility has actually probably gone down. Less than a quarter mile visibility now just because of the blowing snow. It's still snowing a little bit, but not much. Mostly just blowing snow around, I think, more than anything. Even though visibility has been dropping, I've been keeping an eye out here, using the webcam actually for part of it, to make sure that nobody's out wandering around, and really nobody is. They're all staying hunkered down either in the cow shed or just like number 8 up here. I haven't seen her leave the windbreak. We're going to make sure she's still here. Okay, she left. Oh, wait a minute, but her calf is here. Number 8 left. I'm assuming to probably go get something to drink. But she left her calf up here, covered up pretty nicely. She's a good mom. Hey, kiddo. This is number 10 here. Hi. Hello, how are you? You're a little wet, but other than that, you're okay. There you go. You can suck on my thumb. Her mouth's nice and warm, so I'm not too worried about her. It's a lot worse places she could be. I know it doesn't look very nice, but for her mom's comfort level, not a bad thing. So somebody's gonna say, well, why didn't you pick her up and move her into the barn? And Mom would follow her in there, which could very well happen. That could easily be a solution. The other side of that is that I pick her up, move her into the barn, and then Mom decides to move her out of the barn and then stashes her somewhere else. Maybe not as protected as that windbreak is. So right now, less of two evils, right? So we're gonna leave that calf exactly where Mom wants it and let him be. We're heading back towards the cow shed, and I think that's a perfect example of how you can overmanage a herd. You can overmanage animals occasionally, and you know, like picking up that calf, moving it around, that's overmanagement. That's micromanagement of cows, if you ask me. So the cows know what they're doing. We're just out here to modify their behavior every once in a while. And the easiest way to do that is usually with food. All right, we're up here at the cow barn. Everybody's kind of hunkered in here too. Still getting a bite to eat though. They still have food left. Those that have eaten or will eat have, and have went move their calves back inside. Just want to take a quick peek behind the barn just to make sure. This is the one place I can't see. And there's nobody back there. So the cows are safe, calves are good, nobody's out wandering around, nobody's out being silly. Moms are taking care of their babies, even though sometimes it seems like they're not. They really are. So we are gonna call it good and head on back inside. Days like this drive me crazy because there's not a whole lot we can do. We're pretty much tied down to these cows. Every couple hours we have to come out and make sure everybody's okay. So really we can't run to town, we can't go get a bite to eat. It's really hard to start another project just because you don't want to get wrapped up into that, and the weather's crappy, so there's not much else to do. So I guess I'll go do some editing or something. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the 30 and 30. It's just a snow day here on the ranch. Not a whole lot going on really. Cows are being pretty good, and we're heading back out for our afternoon check. We have one more check left in the day before the sun actually sets. So this is kind of the check where we go out, decide if there's anything that has to be done before the end of the day that'll help these guys out. So I've got with me Matt today, and this is his first time out, and he's today anyway, and we're going to check out the new cows that were just born. In yesterday's video I talked about number 8 and how I didn't want to be around when she had her calf. Very true. I happened to be there when she did have her calf last night after dark, and she tried to take the door off the gator for me because she's just that kind of helper. Last time I came out and checked the cows, she had left her calf up here in the windbreak, so we're going to see if she's fixed that problem. Okay, oh no, there's her calf, still up here, hanging out. You want to get out and see a calf, Matt?
Yep.
And like I said earlier, I don't want to pick this calf up and move it back to her just to have her move it to somewhere that's not as protected, but at the same time I don't want her to forget about her calf being here. So before nightfall, we have to make a decision on if we're going to take this calf back to her or what. Hopefully by the time we come out and check next time, she'll be back and taking care of her calf. This is number 10, Matt. So one thing, leave off one glove because I want you to stick your fingers in her mouth and see how warm her mouth is. We want to make sure she's not getting too cold out here. But the inside of her mouth should be toasty warm. You're going to kind of have to force her to let you stick her fingers in there. But once you get them in there, she'll start sucking on them.
Huh. Nice and warm.
Nice and warm. Cows are pretty well insulated. You'd be surprised. But this snow that's on top of her, if you or I were laying out here naked in the snow, until we're dead, the snow would melt on us. We'd be soaking wet. For her, she's so well insulated that the snow actually doesn't melt and just kind of sits on her like that. So, not a bad thing at all.
No. I'm surprised she's wet.
Yeah. But she's not cold. She's not shivering.
No.
I think she's okay. But we do need to get Mom back to her at some point. So we'll check on that one later. It's actually turning out not to be a half bad day aside for the wind. Still pretty snowy though.
I'm surprised how warm she is. Her mouth is.
I'd be a popsicle. Hey, speak of the devil. Good thing we got out of there when we did.
When we did. Look at her, she looks mad.
That would have been exciting. Yeah, she's not happy. Oh, look at her go. Here she comes, Matt. I'm going to tell her it was all your fault. It was his idea. It was all him.
He made me do it.
She's like, where's my calf at? Oh, yeah, there it is. All right. So that's one problem solved.
Let's get out of here before she changes her mind and grabs us.
So along with number 10 being born last night, number 11 was born. We're going to go find her to cow number 192. Now, if you think back to yesterday's video, I know it was a long time ago, at least it was for me, we brought in the cows, and one of the last cows to come in was one that Matt was pushing along, and I went back to help with the four-wheeler, and I think I mentioned something about Matt being used to dealing with stubborn females.
Yes.
This was the cow that Matt was pushing in, was 192. That night, we're having dinner, and Matt looks at me and he says, I think she's going to have her calf soon. I was following her long enough, and I got to see how things were working, and things were swooshing, and I don't remember the exact terminology you used, but you said she's going to have her calf soon.
Well, her lady parts.
Her lady parts.
And I'm being family oriented, something. But anyway, it was like spasming.
Yeah.
I don't know the right word for it, but it didn't look right. And her tail was up just a little bit. Like it was, I can't say anymore. Anything I say is going to be...
Matt thought that the download was commencing. The launch was imminent.
Yeah.
Things were happening. And they were, because obviously last night about 10 o'clock, she decided to have her calf. She's up here in the barn somewhere, and we are going to sneak in because the sun is trying to come out a little bit. And I kind of want to sneak in and see if we can find her and her calf and introduce her to Matt.
Oh, look at all that.
Look at all the cows.
Called it.
Come on. Move your butt. Thank you. All right, we're swinging in here into the cow barn. And look at all these calves back here on this leftover straw. Eating the bedding. We've got calves scattered everywhere in here. You see your cow in here?
3097.
She's back there in that
Number 2.
corner, I bet.
Oh, number 2 looks cute. How you doing?
I would get out, but I think everybody would not be very happy with me. Hi.
Here's one.
Oh, okay. There she is. So, anyway, I was trying to show you her calf, but I don't know where it's at.
It's right up here in the corner.
We're being accosted. Hi. I don't have anything. Go away. Go away. Hey.
Come here.
They heard the cake bucket. Matt got in the cake bucket. They heard it. And now these guys think they deserve something.
I think there's 10 all the way to the corner.
You're an enabler, Matt. Hey, move your butt. You're creating a
17.5.
I'm gonna sneak back here before I run over a calf. But anyway, this is not gonna work today. 192 had a very, very cute little red calf, Matt.
Yeah, she'll work right there in the corner.
Right over there in the corner. So we gotta get out of here.
Cracker Jack just appeared. He when he does that.
You realize you caused that, right? You touched the cake bucket. They heard they know the sound now. If you have the window open, the cake bucket's right here.
All right, try an experiment.
Try an experiment. Yeah. Roll down your window. Rustle around down there the cakes.
Look it, they all heard it.
And here they come.
Ow, that hurt.
Roll down your window the rest of the way so they don't break the window. Or up, either way. Oh my gosh. All right, so we seem to have some happy calves. We have some happy moms. Well, probably not that happy now that you teased them and laughed.
Yeah, man.
But that's our check this time. We'll be back out to check one more time and see if anybody's having a calf or anything's happening. But honestly, kind of a pretty chill day.
Yeah.
Considering that we had the storm. Number 8 went back to her calf. Luckily, we got out of there just in time.
Thank God.
You know, if this would have been a horror movie, we would have heard it in the background.
Yeah. I think you're right.
It would be like Jason coming to get us. Luckily, I didn't hear anything.
Or it'd feel like Jaws.
Like Jaws.
Jaws music.
Yeah. We're gonna need a bigger gator. Welcome back to what may be the most uneventful vlog of the 30 and 30, which, you know what, isn't a bad thing. I am happy if no calves are born today. I'm happy if I don't have to use the calf warmer, and that's just me. Some people live for stuff like this, but I'm good. I can deal with not really having to mess around with anything crazy. But I know you guys on YouTube, you want explosions and fireworks and lightning and death and drama. Just not today. Maybe some other day. We have had explosions. We've had fireworks. We've had death. We've had drama. Just not today. All right, back over here with number 8. Super mom, hanging out with her calf. She's got a whole bunch of food all to herself too. Look at her. She's no dummy. A little bit of drifting happening out here as the wind continues to blow across the prairie. We're seeing traffic slowing down tonight. Roads are pretty icy with all the blowing snow. So I don't anticipate too much traffic tonight, which is nice. We're gonna head back up to the barn. No cows have wandered off, obviously. We've got them locked into the triangle pasture here still. They can't go too far without us knowing it. Now, we will continue night checks tonight. Probably every 2 to 4 hours is what I'm guessing. Being able to just take a look at the cows, making sure everybody's okay, continuing throughout the night. Tonight's low, I think, is down to 14. Tomorrow night's low is 4, so temperatures are going to be dropping pretty fast here. But it's nice to know that all of our calves are in and healthy and safe, and except for this one. Managed to get himself back here inside this fenced off area. You put up a fence, tell him not to come in here. Biff, What are you doing? This is Biff, number 5, the other half of the Wonder Twins. Come here, kiddo. Come here. Come on. Yeah, there's your mom. Come on, kiddo. Oh, there you go. Good job. There you go, Mom. Good, Mom. High five. High five. Anybody? Well, other than that small piece of drama, Bambi, when are you going to have a baby? Huh? Soon? I know you got a birthday coming up. We're all getting ready to celebrate it, have a whole lot of fun. Margaritas. What? Alrighty, gang. That's it. We don't have to fire up the Meta Heat heater today, thankfully. But we still have it in our back pocket because I know we're going to need it at some point coming up here, especially with these cold days on the way. Temperatures during the day still only getting up into 20s, 30s. I think we have one day where the high is 14 coming up. So I think next week we'll be looking at a little bit better temperatures. We've got a lot of crap to still get done here on the 30 and 30. And I'm kind of falling behind a little bit here. We've got a ton of projects that we need to get started on that we're really just waiting for weather to break. So we'll get to those as we continue. Of course, calves will continue to be born. We'll continue to catch them and check them and catch them, I guess. And maybe we'll get some sleep in there too. So until tomorrow, take it easy. Get a few hours of sleep, and I'll see you next time right here on Our Wyoming Life.